Hey guys, just doing a quick hot take on the Springbok squad just announced to face Argentina this week. There's been a lot of talk, especially after what happened in Auckland, about who should play, who deserves to play, who's been underdone, who's been overdone, why certain players haven't got more of a chance. Those players on the edge of the squad who haven't had a chance yet. So this is the first chance we get to see the thinking. I think before we start, first thing I've got to mention is that the Boks are looking for an emphatic win here. They need to get their momentum back on track, and they're going to want to see a big performance at this park from these guys. So that's why we've seen that there's 9 guys from the win over Australia that's still in the side. You see 9 changes from the game in Auckland. It's basically a mix and match of that, and there's a couple of players who really sort of put their hand up and have really been rewarded, and there's a couple of question marks which I think we probably need to address as well. So what we're going to do is going to have a look at the team quickly, go through it from back to front or from front to back, and then just look at the bomb squad and just give you some thoughts on that. You can tell me if you agree below in the comments, and let's see how it goes. It's a big game Saturday. It's there's only 3 games left after this in the lead up to the World Cup. And so a lot of focus is going to be going at this game, a lot of scrutiny, not just from the Boks, but from other countries as well, looking at the Boks chances ahead of a very competitive World Cup. So here we go. Let's have a look. Just having a look at the team. Villaroo gets his 86th cap at fullback. Partnered with Cheslin Colby and Kurt Arendse at the back. I think it's a combination we've all wanted to see. Kurt and Cheslin are some of the most exciting wingers in the world and really have the feet to beat any defender on any day. And I think the Ellis Park pitch, which is so fast, is something that they're going to try and exploit and hopefully it's a dry, hot day. I say it's hot for winter, but a dry day with a hard field where they can run from all angles. So I think that's one of the things they're trying to do. Vidi has been very instrumental in playmaking as well, so that's going to be a big part of it as well. But the two wingers, I think a bit of small. It's going to be interesting to see how they handle the aerial battle that's coming from Argentina. If I was Argentina, I would target them there. They're both small men. They both stand up extremely well, but that's the part where you could maybe beat them in the air. So I think Argentina will be looking to do that, but a very exciting back 3 to begin with. Then looking at the midfield, Jesse Kriel and Damien de Allende. I think Damien was a bit underdone in New Zealand and didn't have the greatest of games. He got better as the game went on. So I think there's a look to get him a bit more into match fitness and just give him a bit more game time as well. Jesse Kriel hasn't had a game yet, and he's an instrumental part of the squad. I know there's a couple of people who disagree with me on this, but I think the one thing you have to give Jesse is he's a magnificent squad member. He's very versatile. He can play centre, wing, and fullback. And I think that's what the Boks want at the moment. Is they're looking for that versatility. They're looking for guys who are good squad members, and Jesse's an excellent squad member. Jesse's versatility is going to count a lot, and I feel a lot for him because I think a lot of the time it's out of sight, out of mind, and Jesse doesn't get the plaudits that sometimes he deserves. He had an excellent season in Japan, was one of the top try scorers, really did well in Japan as well. And he's always been a guy who stood out for the Boks and really brought his own. He'll earn his 60th cap on Saturday, so it'll be interesting to see how that combination goes. The Boks are obviously looking at some of the combinations. They also feel that Jesse's the type of guy who's probably physical in the midfield and defensively exceptionally sound at 13. Looking at the halfback combination. Very interesting one, a very fast one, and it all signals towards a running game for the Springboks at the moment. Marnie Lebok, Grant Williams. Grant Williams playing his 3rd consecutive game. First start, is really a dynamo and really brings some speed to the game. And I think Marnie deserves another chance. He's really stood out in the Super Rugby season, URC season. Sorry, it's old habits dying hard. And he deserves another chance, and it's really an exciting halfback combination. And if they do click with that back 3, they can cause some damage. Of course, they'd have to get some good ball, and the Argentinians don't have a great history on the Highveld. They really struggle against the Springboks normally. So I think there's a lot to play for the Boks, and I think they see this as an opportunity to unleash a bit of a running game at the back there. Then looking at the loose trio, let's go to the loose trio. Just looking there, Dwayne Vermeulen's captaining the side again. I think he did an excellent job in against the Wallabies at Loftus, and he's a great guy, a great team man. I think partnering him with Marco van Staden, who's had an excellent game at Loftus and definitely deserves another shot. His second start in the Springbok jersey, 12th cap. Pieter-Steph du Toit's got better and better as he goes along. I know some people criticised his Loftus performance, but I saw him get better and better as the game went on, and in New Zealand he was one of the better players on the field when he came on the field. Interesting at lock selection. The two Tygerberg locks, Tygerberg High School locks, Marvin Orie and Eben Etzebeth. Eben deserves, he doesn't need any introduction, of course, 112th cap for him. Marvin is only getting his 13th cap, but I think the Boks are trying out a combination there and seeing they've got deep lock stocks, so seeing if Marvin obviously gives him another chance to stake a claim for a World Cup place. And what can you say about the front row other than that's a hell of a strong front row? Stephen Kitsoff, Frans Malherbe, both looking to make some amends for some of the penalties they gave away, rather lazy penalties. I asked Frans about it at the press conference the other day, and he was quite adamant. He said, it's quite easy, I just need to get out of the way quicker. Aaron Smith milked a couple of penalties out of him there, and I think there's still, that hurts a bit for both of them, so they'll both be looking for a good result. And Malcolm Marx on his home ground, well, his previous home ground, and the ground which he became famous at, really gets a start. I think that'll please a lot of fans as well. You've got to give it to this. This is a big pack. It's a fast back line, and the Boks are quite signaling their intent there. They're going to have a run. They're going to have try and build a physical domination, and then unleash those fast backs there under Manie Libbok as well. You look at the bomb squad. I don't think you could call it bomb squad. It's 5-3, so it's just a normal bench. Trevor Neakani will get his 60th cap. We haven't seen him in action this season yet. So it'd be interesting to see how he goes. He definitely wants to stake a claim, especially being able to play both sides, and with Oxenche also struggling a bit with an injury. Bongi is on the bench. Vincent Cox also there, and I think he's also staking a big claim. Then the loose forwards, Kwagga Smith, Arceus Snyman, the ultimate benchman as well. You've got Faf de Klerk, Lucanio Am, and Damien Willems. And that's a hell of a strong bench as well. I think what we're going to see is the Boks need to put in a performance. It's the second last time before the World Cup squad gets named. For a lot of these players, this is going to be their only chance to put in a decent performance before that squad is named. And I think it's a strong selection. It's a bold selection. It's a selection that wants to play running rugby and on a fast pitch. So hopefully we get a great game on Saturday as well. Just lastly, 1 or 2 points. There's no Herschel Yankees, no Jaden Hendrickse. Jaden's obviously been away from the team with the loss of his father. He's come back. We expected him to play there. I probably expect him to play overseas in Argentina. But he's got a great kicking boot, and I think in that game the Boks will play a lot more tactically. Herschel, I'm not quite sure what that makes of him though, because he's probably the one guy who's probably lost ground to Grant Williams, and I wonder if he's actually going to make the Springbok squad for the World Cup. I think there's some question marks there as well. The Boks did say they're not going to give everybody a chance. They do know these players very well by now. They know what they can do, and they've been watching this season. They know what they want in a team as well. So I think we've got to trust the coaching process on this one. But especially on Saturday, I know it's a big test. Fans want a big response, and I think the Boks are looking to give them a big response and make a statement on Saturday. So that's my hot take. Tell me what yours is. Let me know. And if you want to subscribe, there's a button down below. And of course, just remember that Liam Delcalm, the Sunday Time rugby writer, and myself, we do a podcast on a Thursday that comes at 9 o'clock in the morning, where we'll discuss the game in depth. We've also got a special guest this week. So have a look out for that. That's on all the major podcast platforms and iona.fm. And look forward to see you again. There'll be more of these videos as we go on into the World Cup. Keep an eye out for them, and thanks for watching. Cheers.